morning, y'all. So I seen this video of this guy, and I never thought of this way until I heard him put it this way, and it made perfect sense to me. He said something along the lines of, when you write something down or when you speak something, that becomes law, and God immediately begins working on that for you. But then when you say something different, it becomes a revision of what you previously said. And so that's why it's important to always operate in faith and to write it down and to make it plain. And to be honest, y'all, I never thought about that, because really think about it. Any little bit of worry, any little bit of anything, it takes energy, right? For you to do that. And if you start saying, oh, maybe it's not gonna work out, oh, maybe God ain't gonna do this that time, or he's not gonna do this time, you're revising what you already said. And I never thought about it that way, y'all. And I think honestly that's why it's so easy for children to manifest. Because I can't say all children, but I know me, when I was a child, when I was young and I was naive, before I experienced some of the things of the world, the cruel things of the world, y'all, I told y'all before in the past video, I could just think about money and people would just walk up to me randomly and just give me money and say, hey, God told me to give this to you. Literally. Like when I say, I would just be like, God gonna make a way for us to eat. God gonna make, and I would be telling my siblings the same thing. Like, God gonna make a way, God gonna make a way. And sometimes they'd be like, no, you're not, no, you're not. And I would be like, I condemn that. I curse that. Like, no, God is gonna make a way. And when I tell y'all, literally, that I can't count on my 10 fingers. Okay, that's how many times it happened to me. How many times people just literally just walked up to me and just blessed me. How many times I just got blessed because I always kept the faith. And I don't know if that's what contributes to me having faith now. I don't know, because of course there were times when things didn't work out, but even when they didn't work out, I would just say, you know what, they didn't work out, but God got a reason why it didn't work out. It's a reason why that didn't work out. I know it's a reason. And then later on I would see what the reason was. Excuse me. So I don't know, y'all, but when he said that, I said, oh, okay. And so ever since that day, y'all, I've been every day. I have a prayer that I say every morning. And it prays over my family, it prays over me and everything, and I've been praying for my husband. Before my husband got here, I was praying for him. Okay? Take care of him on his daily journey, God. Watch over him, walk with him, talk with him. Like, I've been praying for that man before that man was my man. Okay? And so when you write it down, when you stop doubting and you actually just say, you know what, this is what it's gonna be, and I'm gonna speak it, and I'm gonna speak it every day, and I'm gonna pray over it, I'm gonna protect it every day, which I probably should start adding that to it too, to protect everything. Because I protect my family. That's one thing, I protect my family. I never thought about protecting my assets. I never thought about that. But yeah, so, yeah, write it down and make it plain. Say what you want and then don't retract on it. Tell God what you want and stand on that. Stand on business. You got to stand on business, okay, about what it is that you want. And don't defer from it. If you know that's what you want, if you know that's what it's supposed to be, if you know in your heart, in your being, that that's what it's supposed to be, stand on that. You know you're supposed to be a millionaire, stand on that. Don't retract from it like, oh, well, maybe I'm not supposed to. No, because when you do that, you make God have to go back and do, oh, well, let me go back to the drawing board, because they don't even believe it. If they don't believe it, what I'm doing this for? It ain't gonna happen on accident. That's what I need you to understand too. Nothing happens by accident. It's not gonna happen on accident. So you got to get it in your mind. Put it in your mind, like, okay, this is what I want. Okay, right? And this is what God's gonna give me. God already gave it to me. God already gave it to me. Know it in your mind. God already gave it to me. I might not physically see it yet, but He already gave it to me. And stand on that. Stand on that business. You understand? We gotta stop doubting and stand on that business. And then understand that if something don't happen exactly the way that you think, it's because God got a better plan. God got a better baby. If I think back on all the times when I was younger, when I thought I want to get pregnant, when I thought I had the love of my life, baby, I even was telling Carrie that the other day. I said, Carrie, when I think back on before I had you and when I was younger, because we were talking about high school pregnancies and stuff. And I was like, I had friends that got pregnant in high school and stuff, And there was a time when I even thought I wanted to be a mom when I was young. And I had Carrie in my early 20s. I was like 23. And I told her I feel like that was even too early, really. But there was this lady that prayed over my ovaries that I would not bear fruit. My ovaries would not bear fruit until I was in the right situation. And I was so mad at her back then about that because I was dating her son. But now I'm so happy because she really blessed me. Because there was times when I thought I knew what was right. And baby, when I look back on now, my God, I ain't know nothing. I was naive. I was a fool. I was a fool. Do you hear me? But anyways, I'm pulling up in my cousin's house. So I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. I hope y'all have a good day.